Put on your helmets and buckle your chin straps for the wildest podcast held in the Steel City. Dubs and Chickenhawk will give you a taste of the past in fried jumbo.
And I watch those guys, Ernie Els and those guys. They play every week.
Who's the one dude who just broke all the records? What's his name from?
What's his name? The German fella. He has the. How's he do it? Longer. How's he do it?
Yeah, I mean, he's 66.
Yeah, he don't hit the ball 220 yards off the tee.
Yeah,
and he still won last year.
Oh, the dude won with
he
tore his Achilles tendon in half.
He's like 50 yards behind people.
You know, he had an Achilles injury last year.
Yeah.
He won last year.
Yeah.
He beat Hal Irwin's record.
Literally, he's 40, 50 yards behind some of these guys.
Oh, yeah.
I was well behind everybody.
Yeah.
But, 20, 30 yards. But I told my brother, I said, Mike, when we go up there, you got to act like you've been there before. So, it's no like, hey, hey, Ernie, hit him well today, buddy. Hey, it's, hey,
Yeah.
So there's a tent. So they give you all these passes. You can go wherever you want these passes, There's a tent called the recovery room.
Yeah.
And it's right beside where the food is. So, chiropractor.
Yeah.
PT.
Right.
Physiotherapist. All these people are there.
Keep them in shape.
It doesn't cost you a dime. You just walk in, put your name down while you're there. So Wednesday, the last day before the event, I tee off 7:10 Thursday morning. I'm second off. So I'm hitting on the range, down to my driver, hit like 2 more drivers, I'm good. Hit my driver in my neck, I'm like, it just like froze up. I'm like, oh no. So I left it there, went up to the recovery room. I walk in, there's Fred Funk sitting right there.
Wow.
Fred Funk.
Yeah, of course.
Little dude, but he can play.
I said, Fred, what are you doing? He goes, he had like 4 things, like this, and this. And then we're talking. He goes, how about you? I said, my neck just stoved up. I mean, crazy.
Yeah.
So we're talking, just a super good guy. And lady comes out, she goes, okay, Fred, you're up. He goes, no, take this guy here. He'll be a lot faster than me. He points to me.
Wow.
So he let me go in front of him. Yeah, but these guys just were so
they're living
nice.
large. Imagine their life. I mean, Fred Funk won on tour.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made some. He's banked.
He won the
he's banked it.
He won a TPC.
Did he?
He won that thing down at Sawgrass.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a tough tournament.
Yeah.
He's banked, man.
And he's not long.
He's just living large.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I wonder how many times that guy won.
Oh, he was always in the money, though.
He
That's
won probably
another
10
thing.
times, I bet.
wasn't he like one of the straightest drivers
He's
Of all
just
time,
solid in
yeah.
the money. He's a stocky dude, though, but he wasn't tall.
No, he's like
but-
5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's
he
short,
can
but-
pump it straight every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to do that, too. You saw the course this weekend. If you weren't in the fairway, you were done.
Yeah.
And the fairways looked like they were, 30 yards wide. They were so small. They cut them so tight.
Yeah.
Did you notice that when you went to the Open? Or
Yeah, they were
Well,
tight. Yeah.
They're 20, maybe 25 at the
I don't
most.
know. I got there Sunday. I had a caddy from up there, and I wanted him just to walk me around. We couldn't play Sunday, so I wanted him to walk me around. So we get up there, get to number 10 was the first one we were going to walk. Way out there, I said, wow, what a beautiful, the ocean's behind it. I said, what a beautiful par 5. He goes, sir, this is a par 4. Like 464 into a 30-mile-an-hour wind.
at 58.
Right off
At
the
58
ocean.
years old, I'd have to hit driver, and I
And
still
you got to
wouldn't
go
get there.
driver 3-wood, and you're short, right?
I hit driver 3-wood, and I'm not going to, often on some of those par 4s, yeah. And there were others that were
I'm sure.
driver 7 on.
Yeah,
But,
that's the difference between 58 and 50, too.
crazy. Like number 18, probably 440, 445 uphill, and there's a bunker out there, 240. So the second day, Friday, the wind's with us. So I was able to hit it over the bunker, and I had 180 yards in, downwind, but the green's elevated.
Yeah, so you got to.
So I told my caddy, I said, I'm going to aim for that blue flag, the blue USGA flag. And if I hit my mark, let's see where it goes. Pins back, so I hit this shot. Now the wind's with us, right? Hit this shot from 187 iron, and it hits on the front of the green and disappears. And no one claps. All the people down here are clapping, but nobody up on the greens clapping. So we get up there, and no lie, I'm like this for birdie.
Oh, wow.
I tap in for birdie, and my brother was up in the stand. I said, Mike, why weren't you guys clapping? He goes, we were going nuts, but I couldn't hear him because the wind was blowing away from me.
Yes, yeah.
I've never experienced that.
Yeah.
Something that
They'll
loud.
carry it the
so-
wrong way.
But, yeah.
180, hit it to a foot.
Yeah.
So what was the hardest part about the environment there? The fact that it was a U.S. Open or USGA event, or was it the fact that the fairways were narrow or the greens super fast? What was the hardest part about
I
it?
think it was 7,000 yards, par 70.
Gee, man,
Yeah.
Christmas.
So, yeah.
50-year-olds.
And listen,
That's ridiculous.
insane, dude.
here's the funny part. So Brett Quigley's from up there.
Yeah, he's from there.
And we're playing. So that course, there's no irrigation on the fairways.
Oh, so it'll run.
Only the fairways. Yeah, but there was a lot of
Rain.
rain.
Jeez.
So the fairways were all green, and so you weren't getting that run out.
Oh, that kills you.
Yeah. So that was, and it
Kills you. If you're 58 to 50, that's a big difference.
It didn't matter because I
Kills you.
my goal was not to finish last.
Right.
And I think I out of 155 guys, I beat 15. I think, and there were only 17 amateurs.
So think about it. That puts you in
Right.
the top 140 seniors in the
world. In the world.
that weekend. Yeah.
That weekend.
Yeah, that weekend.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
that's how it always is.
Yeah. Right.
Even on tour. I mean, my son was playing with, who was he? The guy that won the Open 2 years ago from Colorado.
I know who you mean, but he
Real nice guy.
Yeah.
He was
won
real
the
nice
U.S.
with
Open
kid.
a couple years ago. You know what I'm talking about? I'm drawing a blank on his name.
And he didn't win anything till then.
Oh,
my son.
he has a beard.
Yeah, what the heck's his name?
Yeah.
Anyways, and he said, Cade, you're just seeing the guys that are playing good this week. There's
Right.
plenty of guys shooting 80
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
He goes,
Right.
the guys that are playing good. Now, the Rorys
Yeah.
and stuff like that
They're
show
always-
up every week, and the
week, yeah.
Schefflers, that's a
Yeah.
whole different
Yeah.
animal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a different world.
I think I was
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 shots behind Tom Lehman.
Wow.
That was my claim to fame. I just
Good.
I almost beat a U.S. Open.
I love Tom Lehman.
Yeah.
That dude
Yeah,
could flat
nice
play.
guy.
Yeah.
That dude could play.
Wyndham Clark.
That's it.
Come to me.
Clark,
Wyndham
that's it.
Clark.
Yep, that's exactly who it
3
is.
old
Yeah.
guys trying to remember.
But that Tom Lehman,
2
how
years
about
ago.
that dude? That dude could play. He that one stretch.
he
of
took up
US
2-3
He
years.
almost won the U.S. Open like 4 times in a row.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was hammering.
Remember?
It.
It was
Yeah,
him
he
and
was-
Ernie Els.
That was during
and-
Tiger's time too, wasn't it?
It was right before Tiger kind of
Yeah.
hit, I think.
Was it? I'm
Yeah,
getting older.
Tiger might have been
That was-
out there, but it was right before he started really going
he
nuts.
just dominated everything.
But it was him and Els at Congressional. And
Yeah.
something. Remember? He hooked it in the water.
But Tom Lehman had his moment for sure.
Speaking of Tiger, real fast. So I just on my feed yesterday came across the interview with Tiger and what's his name? The announcer that interviewed Tiger at his first pro tournament.
Not Nance, was it?
No, Curtis Strange.
Yeah, when he,
And Tiger, he's there and he goes, "What's your goal?" And I'd like to win this tournament.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
do you realize these guys are out here like da.
yeah.
And he goes, "Well, why would I show if I don't want to win it?"
That's why he won so many.
And he
Attitude.
did. Yeah, and he did. He won it.
Yeah.
It was Vegas, I think. So yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember when he came out, it was just unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
Because there were some really
Look
good
at it now.
guys.
He looks like he's 14.
I know, but think about those guys. You had Freddie Couples, you had Davis Love, you had Payne Stewart, you had all these cats that kind of had their way without having to work extremely hard. You know, they had good college games.
Yeah.
They weren't dudes that were known for grinding.
Mm-hmm.
And he came out, and Mickelson and all that, and he just took them to task.
Well, his dad's military background.
He just changed the game.
Oh,
Because they were all super talented dudes.
but they didn't work out. Now everybody works out. Now everybody hits a ball 320 yards. Now everybody, it's like now the best athlete wins, and because they all work hard.
Yeah.
But he was the first one who took that military attitude towards him. Remember his dad wrote that book, and then every kid out there, their dad was hovering over him like a dog.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. My son's been in a couple of things. Like he was down at David Ledbetter's a couple of years ago down in Florida. And he goes, it's obnoxious. I just sent him down with an old truck. I said, well, you want to go down? I'll pay for it, but here's your old truck. And he went down. And but he said the parents are just standing right there for 4 or 5 hours a day right at their kid.
And they go to that academy down there.
Yeah.
There's a golf academy. What's it called?
Yeah.
IMG Academy.
David Ledbetter's thing there. And I'm sure that's one of many places.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
Yeah, they have these places now where they're high schools, or not even high schools. They're junior high / high schools.
Yeah.
And these folks from Asia and different parts of the world, South Africa, they come there and stay, and they get educated there.
Jeez.
And they play their sport year round.
Right.
It could be football, it could be basketball, it could be golf.
Yeah.
But it's these academies that they're going to for the future to be professional athletes.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
Palmer's business was the one that started IMG.
Yeah, it was Arnold and McCormick, Mark McCormick.
Yeah, he started down
that
in-
was his attorney.
Yeah.
He was a guy out of Cleveland.
Yeah.
And they started IMG.
You see a lot of NFL big college kids. They could be good in Syracuse, New York, and now they're playing for IMG the next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
kind of an interesting
80
thing
grand
that
a year, 85 grand a year.
what do you call that? A firm that just basically represents people can actually start a high school.
Right.
That don't seem to be.
Yeah.
It seems to be a little bit.
So they build a relationship with them then, and if they make it, they're their agents.
Yeah.
So it's their feeder
So that
system.
seems to me like it's a little bit of a.
Yeah.
It's vertical integration
Smart
of the
business.
strangest kind.
It is of human talent.
Of human
right?
talent. It don't seem
weird.
right, but whatever. I guess it's the future.
Hey, so I'm meeting some really nice people down in Charleston. You know,
Yeah.
a couple guys, Jonathan Mullane, kind of took me under his wing. He's a good friend of mine, and Mike Monty Montgomery. They're a couple good guys. I mean, just a lot of
Yeah.
good guys down there playing.
Yeah.
So I'm close to Augusta. I'm like within 3 hours driving to
Oh,
Augusta.
okay.
So I'm looking for.
Oh, I didn't realize you were that
So-
close to Augusta.
Yeah. So we had our Winter Classic a few weekends ago, and playing with Monty, my buddy Monty. And we're playing with this guy. He has a U.S. Open Oakmont hat on his.
Oh.
I said, "Oh, you from Pittsburgh?" Because most people are from the north down there. And he goes, "No, I live. I'm not from Pittsburgh. I'm a USGA member.
Yeah.
And they mail me a hat every year. So we tee off, and my buddy Monty goes, "Do you know who that kid is? That guy is?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, his dad was the CEO of one of the largest pharmacy chains in the country.
Oh.
Dad's a member of Augusta, Cyprus." Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to this guy, right? A couple holes later, and he goes, a couple years ago, he said, my brother-in-law went down to Augusta, and we're staying in one of the cottages.
Yeah.
And we had this great dinner, great night, and we wanted to have a nightcap. So we walked down to Amen Corner at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, pitch dark.
Yeah.
And we get down to the bottom of this tree to enjoy the stars and all. We sit down at the base of this tree, and all of a sudden, every light on these trees comes open.
Turns on.
It turns on. It's like daylight.
Oh, my.
And this voice says, "Mr. So-and-so, would you please return to your cottage?" He said, "Okay, wherever this
The God
voice
of
is coming
Augusta, the
from."
God
Yeah,
of Augusta
yeah.
just spoke.
So now,
That place is amazing.
So now we have to look for the lights in the trees now when I watch the Masters. He said,
Yeah.
"I never knew."
You got to
Never
go
knew.
down to the Masters. You're that close.
I am looking for tickets. I
You can go down on like a Thursday
gotta-
get it for $1,500 or something. But my brother
no,
gets them.
We got to get Bart to get him tickets.
Yeah, we got to get you some tickets.
Especially he got me this football from Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
worth
Yeah.
$1,500.
That's
So
what.
anyway,
Sentimental
I
value.
have a couple of field, but yeah, I
If you go to that,
Have you ever been to there?
never.
Oh, it's
Oh,
insane,
my.
dude.
Have you been?
I went last year
yeah,
Oh,
it's insane.
man.
with Ron Howard. Took me.
Oh, yeah.
He got him in the lottery,
Oh,
It's insane.
yeah.
and I just could not believe it. It's unbelievable.
Everybody says you have to go at least once.
you can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. There is this speck of dirt.
Yeah.
You wouldn't find it.
No.
Not this little speck anywhere.
Wow.
We look.
Even when you're walking, you know,
Yeah.
you're at the
Yeah.
U.S. Open events
Yeah.
and you're walking along the ropes,
Yeah.
and it's muck and stuff, and
Yeah.
rough
Yeah.
this high.
Yeah.
No.
I'm talking. There ain't a blade of grass out of place.
Wow.
Anywhere. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen.
You
in my
can't
life.
find a piece of crabgrass. Like my son and I looked the whole day. Okay, let's try to find
Something.
a piece of crabgrass. On the way out, there was a drain, and there was one little
No way.
half-inch piece of crabgrass, and right there it is. It was like the only place you could find it. You get in there in the morning, the pine cones aren't on the course because all those pines drop those pine cones that time of year.
just
Oh
pick
no,
them
no,
all
no,
up.
no! Somebody in the middle of the night, probably with all those lights, they have a crew out there picking them all up, putting them in the woods.
Wow.
Dude, it's
Well,
crazy.
I guess they lost a lot of trees behind 16 Green with that
Oh,
that
did they?
hurricane. Yeah, the hurricane. that came
Oh, they'll
through.
put new ones in.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll put new ones
They
in.
move.
Yeah,
the whole world to
yeah.
make that place.
You know, it's underground. They have tunnels underground to take all their refreshments and stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah. They built a new. He was telling me they built a new parking garage for the members, but beneath underground.
yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
now, you know, it's not like marbles and gold and all that crap. It's not
Yeah.
that.
No,
it's
it's
just
not that.
as a golfer, you get there and go,
Yeah.
it just feels so welcoming and comfortable. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
it's just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most welcoming place you'll ever
It
be
is,
in your
huh?
life. Yeah. You go to the bathroom
Yeah.
in the restroom facilities, they're
Yeah.
spotless. If you come out, if you have to, I hate to say it, but you go one or two
Yeah.
in the bathroom. If you happen to go number two, as soon as you come out of there, because I witnessed this, because there's a dude that goes in and sprays down the whole entire area, not just the toilet, the whole area before anyone else is in there. Now, and you wait in line to go to the bathroom, if it's 30 seconds,
Yeah.
it's surprising.
Because, you know, they limit the amount of people in there. They know exactly how many people they can take care of at that level.
And they
Wow.
have lines.
It's
crazy.
So
Yeah.
it's like 6 lines to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And there's a dude standing there at the confluence of that. And he's like, you go to that stall, you go to that stall, you go to that stall, you go to that
Jeez.
stall, you go to that stall. And it's just like,
Wow.
same thing with food.
Same with food.
You go in line for food, $2. Whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, it's a big pork sandwich or a pimento, what is it?
Pimento.
Pimento cheese sandwich or
Yeah.
whatever.
Same with beer.
You look at this line, you go, oh, dear Lord, this line's going to be awful. It might be 2 minutes
Wow.
because they have it so systematic.
yeah.
And you come out, like I said, that 6th line goes like this. And then it's like, and you go self-serve. You go right up. They're like, "Hey, Mr. So-and-so," and
That's cool.
It's amazing.
That's cool.
it's unbelievable. And then there's no seat that's bad.
Right.
And
because there's no, you're not
so like
15
you know where
rows
10
back.
is 10, the 10 they're hitting down a hill, and you think when you look at 10 on TV, you think that hill, it's a grade like this.
Oh, yeah, their ski slope.
It's a ski slope. Wow.
18's the
it
one
hooks,
blew my
Dave,
mind.
80 yards.
Yeah, it does. It hooks
You have to
80
hook it
yards.
80 freaking yards.
80.
I don't know how anyone hits it. And everyone's just like, boink, hits the fairway, rolls down that thing.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep.
And then they come to play, and like John Rahm standing from me to Todd away. That's how close you are as a spectator.
Really?
The tee boxes are only, 15 to 20 foot wide. You're standing right there. There's only 2 deep.
Yeah, there's it's not crowded because they only let so many people in there.
Yeah.
And you can walk around anywhere and see fantastic golf.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
But it's surprising how good some of the holes, like 5, and they don't ever talk about 5.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Front nine, you
They
really
don't talk
get a lot
about
of-
it.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you stand on 18T and look at that in real life,
They say it's uphill, huh?
It's
it's like this. It's an elevator shaft for 250 yards.
Wow.
yeah. There's no way I'm getting through there.
Yeah.
It's
You can't play your ball.
because the tee is probably 100 yards,
Yeah.
and they're playing from literally they're scraping the back of it.
Wow. Yeah.
So that shoot is probably just to get to the shoot. It's probably 230,
Yeah.
and then you got to slide it a good bit now.
Yeah.
You got to hit a cut or you're done.
At 230, you got to hit a cut.
So I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, you got to be
So
striking
how-
the ball
how
pretty
far-
amazing.
Like where Sandy Lyle was in that bunker in the left. How far away was that, you think? Like 280?
He was playing when he hit to that. Yeah, back then it might have been 280. Now that's probably 320. So
They lengthened it.
yeah, lengthened it. But then from there you got 175 maybe out of that bunker.
How about that shot he hit, huh?
Yeah, Sandy Lyle. He spun it. Yeah,
Remember
6
when
feet.
Mickelson hit that one out of the pine straw? Okay, over the creek onto
That's
the green.
13.
That's 13. Go back and before you go there, you got to see him do that because you'll be able to walk 10 feet from where he stood,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you can't believe a human being can hit a ball like that.
there's not even possible.
You can't.
That
you
shot
can't
is
believe
not
it.
possible.
It's not possible.
That's crazy.
And he hit it to what, 3 feet or something?
Yeah, But with a stream right in front of the green, uphill. I mean, they are uphill, and he's out of pine straw, and you're standing there going,
Oh,
"How in the heck?"
yeah.
Yeah, it's so much harder than you think
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
there
it is.
when you look at it.
Well, I'm open, man. If you can get me tickets, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
We'll try to
gotta
hook you up
get you
there.
there.
You got to get there.
Guy like you got to be there. You got to see it.
Just once.
Yeah, I just wanted to see it once, and
Yeah.
I really thought that people were exaggerating it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, you know me, I'm sort of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is all going to
You
be
got to see it to believe
This is
it.
going to be bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
I literally didn't want to leave the place.
Oh.
No, it
You
was
know, I
amazing.
literally just was like, I just want to lay down.
Do you guys stay
just
right
like
there?
roll in there. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. You get off the freeway,
Yeah.
you're like in Monroeville.
It's Monroeville.
I hear it's not like
No,
super.
it's Monroeville.
You get
shitty,
out, you're like-
shitty department stores around out in the
There's,
main
like,
road and
run
stuff.
down shit, and there's like,
That's funny.
then there's maybe Holiday Inn, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just like every exit off of a highway that you
Yeah.
can.
Now the homes behind it are nice, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
now they keep buying
rent
that
those
land.
out,
Well, they keep
probably.
buying the land now.
They
I
buy
guess.
all the land.
There's one old lady that
Shit.
won't sell. Did you read about her?
No.
She's like 85. She won't sell.
Jeez.
And
Yeah,
they're
they
not
got
bothering her, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get to this parking area, which is really well done, and they got
Yeah.
lights because you go in there at dark. You know what I mean? To
Oh, in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning. It's
Oh.
dark out.
Oh.
So they got all these lights like this that are up everywhere. They bring them in, standards, like they pull them in a vehicle.
So why do you get in so early? Because you want to get a good seat?
Yeah, you just want to kind of get set up, and you
Okay.
want to
Yeah.
kind of get the vibe before all the
Yeah.
players get out.
There's no giant grandstand, so you don't have to
That's true.
You don't have to rush.
Yeah.
Like
You're not
that.
rushing to get a seat. What you
Right.
want to do is you want to walk 18 holes
Yeah.
before people get in.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
you get a good
I
feel
see.
That's
for
what
it. It's
Ron and
cool.
I did because
Okay.
I wanted to see every
Every
hole.
hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
good.
Cool.
That's
So
good.
we just hit one and then just back and
Even
Yeah.
even the putting green, huh, Chris? It's like so casual. It's like right there. You can walk up and watch Phil Mickelson right in front of you. Putt. You're like, wait a minute, this is
cool.
weird.
That's
yeah, it's
cool.
strange.
It's definitely
Yeah.
different than the opens where they cram them in. They have 60,
What
70.
hole is the par 3 that is on the front? Is it 8 or 6?
I can't
Do you know
recall.
which one I'm
I
talking
don't.
about?
No. Uh-uh.
I think it's 8. You got to see that.
Okay.
It's insane because the green, you never see it on TV. Literally, the spot to land, when they have the pin in the back, the spot to land it is maybe as big as this table,
Mm-hmm.
and they're hitting like 5-iron into there.
Yeah.
And it's as big as this table. Now, if they don't hit it there,
Yeah.
it rolls down this thing. It's got to be 8 feet, this hillside. The green's like an 8-foot slope, and it all rolls down to the front. Then you watch these guys all put it up this 8. They're 70 feet now because they missed the 3 foot they can land the ball in.
Yeah.
And it rolls all the way down to like 80 feet. And it's not like 4 feet. It's like an 8 or 10 foot slope that you're hitting up.
Crazy.
It's impossible.
When you first come in, you'll get to 10 green. Okay, it's pretty close to where you come in. One of the first greens you get to, huh? It's like yeah. And as soon as you see 10 green and that slope that
Larry
cut
Nice.
that they have to make, and then they have to come up to. I mean, it's like this coming up to it. You're like on TV, you don't, and then you see them on the green. They're not big greens. And how fast and how undulated those greens are, the most difficult greens you'll ever see. You're like just standing there as a golfer going, I don't think I could even play this golf course.
No, it's unplayable. I mean, the day we were there was unplayable because I think they averaged 76 or something.
Wow.
Because the winds were 30.
Oh.
Dude, it was carnage.
Yeah.
I mean, they were putting it all
it's
over the place.
impossible.
That's
I mean, it's impossible.
And 12's impossible. I don't know how people say, "Oh, look
with the wind." Yeah.
It's impossible.
Huh.
No way.
It's not that far.
It's again, the green goes diagonal like this.
Yeah.
So there might be 30 feet or 40 feet or 50 or whatever this way, but you're hitting from here. It's only maybe 25 feet deep.
Yeah.
The angle you're going at.
Yeah.
There's a bunker here and there's a bunker on the other side.
Sure.
So it's just, you just got to somehow feather it in there.
You know, we've all played those older executive courses.
Yeah.
This is the old executive course with distance and grade and trees in the right spot. And it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you who's going to win it this year right now.
Who?
You can look back at this podcast, February, whatever. What is today, 17th?
Yes.
Aberg. What's the kid?
Oh, I was going to say that
Wow,
too.
I think so.
Yes.
I was going to say that
He
too.
should have won it last year.
Wow.
Yeah,
he
I was going to say that.
He has the right.
Yeah, he does.
He has the right. He hits it super high and plays a little bit of a draw.
It's hard to bet against Scotty though. I mean, he's hungry now because he's played 2
he'll
events
be
now.
there. But Aberg, you took. I saw him yesterday play. I'm thinking this kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he made that 6-7 foot putt like it was butter yesterday.
Yeah, he took
Dead center.
He took second last year at the Masters.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
He's solid.
Yeah, he's really good, and he has the right ball. Like Scheffler too, but it's better for a right-hander to be able to draw the ball than fade it.
Oh, Chef can do both. That's
Because
what's
all
scary.
of them hook.
Yeah.
Most of that course is a right to left
Okay.
place.
Wow.
See, I can't see Rory winning it. And I was there the year he was winning it. And by the time we got home, he lost it. I couldn't believe he lost it. Because you got to putt there, man. You got to be – that's why like the Ben Crenshaws are – that's why some of these guys won because they could just putt the eyes out of shit.
Yeah.
You have to be the best putter on the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them things.
Rory will have a tough time.
Good stuff.
So how could you qualify for this, Dave?
Yeah, let's get you
caught the U.S. Senior Open last year. How would we get you done? What if you qualify?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What would you have to do?
I'm really close.
I'm trying to think about this. What can we do?
You qualify again where we're going to caddy for you.
Can't we send you to like where is it? Like, can't you win something in Europe that you can get on? No.
What's funny is I reached out to the USGA guy who's in charge of the qualifiers for the Open, and I say, any chance on me like getting a bye from the first round?
Yeah, the sectional or whatever.
Since I qualify, and he said, "Funny you ask." He said, "We're looking into that. I should know next week," which was 2 weeks ago, but I haven't heard back. So he goes, "But we do, go by the World Golf." Rankings.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm on the world.
So
golf
is that what they
rankings.
make the decision? They don't make how you did last year in the qualifier.
No, I think they're going to look at that versus the world golf rankings, maybe. So get this. So the guy I was telling you about, whose dad, he's from. I said, "Where are you from, by the way?" He goes, "I'm from Rhode Island." I said, "No, I just up there in Newport." He goes, "Oh, congratulations! I love Newport. I play their member guest every year." He said, "I love Newport Country Club." Wow. And he goes, "Where'd you stay when you were up there?" I said, "At the Marriott." He goes, "Oh, my dad just bought that 6 months ago. He wanted a place to put. He got some spots in the marina if you bought the hotel. So he bought the hotel." I said, "I wish I'd have known that 6 months ago. I'd have probably got a better deal for you."
Yeah, I'd
You would have
say.
been in tall cotton.
He bought the Marriott to get access to the marina.
At Newport, that's big time old money there, buddy.
Yeah, it's old money.
It's old
Big
money.
time old money.
Yeah.
It is.
That
Serious.
Quigley, wasn't his dad on the tour too? Or no, that's his uncle.
Oh, uncle.
His uncle was Dana
Quigley.
Dana Quigley. Yeah, that dude could play.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a swing like.
I never thought Quigley was an American. Isn't it Quigley that's British?
No. Dana Quigley's American, and so is his son. They're from Newport. They're from
Brett Quigley. He introduces himself to me, right?
Yeah.
I turn around and get a ball out of my bag, and I hear crack. He's the fastest player I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, no kidding.
He's got, if he's 150,
he's skinny, huh?
and he's 30 yards, maybe 40 yards behind me. He
Right.
just winds up and
Yeah,
lets
big
that thing
whip
rip.
to him.
Had long arms
And
on him.
he's straight. He's pretty consistent.
Yeah, he's a good,
He's
good player.
a really good guy.
Yeah, cool.
And I play with that Jason. Oh man, sorry with the last name, Coran or something. He was a club pro from Long Island, and he and Brett are buddies.
Yeah.
Playing, and he's about 6'2", hit bombs a ball too. Really nice guy, super good guy. So 2 months later, I'm watching the Golf Channel, and I see Jason being interviewed. I said, "What?" And here he was a low club pro at the senior PGA last year.
Okay.
But he played so well in some of these events. He's on. He made the senior PGA.
Yeah, there's some seniors that are doing that now. Yeah.
He made
did?
it this year. He qualified. This
Wow,
year.
good for
Really
him.
hard to do.
So he's keeping his club back in Long Island.
Well, he might have
also
got some
playing.
points too, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
But
yeah.
they only take 8 or 12 or
They
something.
take 5.
Five?
Well, but he didn't have to go. He got points from the last couple of events of the
Right,
year. He
right.
did well.
Sponsor
Yeah.
exemptions and
the
things like that you
playoffs.
get in,
Yeah,
right?
he got in the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
So he did it well enough to get
Yeah.
exempt for this year, but they only take 5.
At the Q school.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy
Dickie,
hard.
Dickie Pride, who had played, I was pulling for Dickie.
Yeah.
And 3 guys were already in, and Dickie needed to make a 5-footer the last hole to have a 3 for 2.
Yeah.
And he missed it. So those 2 guys got in. Dickie didn't get in. But he played this past weekend. He played pretty well. I think he finished like 12th or something.
Wow, that's
So
really
I think
good.
if he keeps playing,
Yeah,
their
they're going to
sponsors-
give him. They're going to give him spots.
That dude,
No.
he's really good, that guy.
not a funnier guy in the world.
Really?
Really?
We're playing practice round, and he and Brian Gay must be buddies.
Yeah.
And we all tee off, and I'm walking off the tee, and they say, "Hey, Dave, Brian wants to hit a second ball." It's, "Oh, I'm sorry." Dickie says, "Hey, Dave, don't worry. If Brian ball, no, Glenn Day. If Glenn's ball hits you, it's not going to hurt you." Just like we would talk,
Yeah.
These guys bust chops just like we would. He's a funny human
dude.
being, Dickie
Imagine
Pride.
living your whole life on a golf course.
I
You know
think
a lot of one-liners.
Yeah.
Played Alabama, I think, or somewhere.
I don't know, man. I'm pulling for him. I hope he does well. He's a really good guy.
Well, that's
He's
awesome.
won on out there. He won on the senior tour.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, once,
Yeah.
I think. Or twice, maybe.
Well, that's a heck of a long way from Warren, PA, pal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
Yeah,
Full
man.
circle, man. Full circle.
That's right. Well, it ain't over, so let's go. You got to giddy up. We need another one out of you.
It's gonna be a little tougher, but it's
You
fun.
can do it.
It's you never know. I mean, get past the first one, the second one,
Yeah.
you never know. All you need is one
Right.
one good round.
One
man.
good
2, 3,
round.
4
That's
under,
right.
You know.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah. It's not like you got to put
So you
four
said
together.
Indiana would have the first one, the sectional, and then where do you have to go after that?
Second one, the nearest one to me is North Carolina.
North
It's
Carolina.
called like Rivers Landing or something.
Do you get to choose or?
Yeah, you can choose.
Yeah, you could choose,
I'm
right.
just looking for the closest one.
Yeah.
Else, I looked around if there's any other courses I play that I may have.
Yeah,
known.
right.
I'd
Ohio
go
or
to-
something.
Yeah, but I don't know of any other course.
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania doesn't have a second stage. So the closest one probably is Maryland, I think, from here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do some homework and figure out where you think you can.
Yeah, it's a constant
And
battle
then
to
you
figure
get
that out.
a round or two in, you know?
Well, yeah, and the Southern boys. I mean, they're my course. There's 25 guys that are scratch or better.
Yeah.
Really? Seniors?
No, just players.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's
Yeah, they play year round.
Yeah.
all but 10 days. Yeah.
Yeah, where you grew up, you got like 4 months in.
Which is why April 23rd in Indiana, I'm thinking there still could be snow.
Oh, absolutely.
So
When we were young, there would certainly be snow in Indiana on April 23rd.
yeah,
But this year it could be for sure.
yeah.
Goddamn
We've had a
groundhog.
hell of a horrible winter up here.
That's terrible. Makes me want to move.
That was fun, guys. Thanks for
Yeah,
inviting
It was.
me.
It was awesome.
sir. Thank
it was
you.
a
You guys are
pleasure,
awesome
Mr.
for-
Smith.